Welcome back to Dreamfall Chapters, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm glad you're here again. In the last play session, we played mostly as Zoe as she explored Marcuria. She finally, kind of in a roundabout way, got in touch with the Resistance, and they've brought her here to, I guess, what you would call their camp or their hideout. And she saw Kyon, and she's like, hey, wait a minute, I remember that guy. And now we're playing as Kyon again. Kyon just had a discussion with Inu and Shepard and Liko about rescuing Bip. And Kyon is determined to rescue Bip, even though Inu and Shepard are against the idea. Liko, I'm not sure how he felt about it, to tell you the truth. But Inu especially, and kind of surprisingly to me, was against Kyon going to... well, Kian, I think, is where the name of the place where Bip has been taken. And Inu, she actually seemed pretty pissed. I think she's kind of getting fed up with Kyon. I think it pretty much started when Kyon murdered that Azadi captain, I think he was, the one who was, well, basically molesting a young magical. Inu didn't like that very much, and I think our relationship has just pretty much gone downhill since then. This is probably just another straw on the camel's back, as it were. Our current goal here is to leave for Mercuria. We're going to try to find a cloud ship which will take us to where Bip is. It looks like we could maybe... well, let's see. I don't know if we could talk to Inu, but we can certainly look at her. Let's see what he has to say.
Me for killing that officer.
Yeah.
And for the other deaths I've been part of since then. She's young and inexperienced. She doesn't yet understand war.
Yeah, she's not happy with us.
Enu's become a better soldier these last few months. I'm proud of her, but I also worry. I don't want this war to change who she is.
Something that I've been meaning to do, but keep forgetting to do, is I want to turn down the music a little bit, because I find that the music kind of obscures the dialogue in some places. So I think no, I don't want to. No, I don't want to do that. Whoops. There we go. Did that save my changes? It did. Okay, let's see if that makes a difference.
She has such a promising future ahead of her. It's for people like Enu that I continue to fight. She deserves every opportunity she can get.
I don't know if that made a difference or not. But anyway, can we talk to her?
That thing I said about being a hero or whatever, that came out all wrong. I'm sorry, It's scary how easy it is to forget about individuals when you're so wrapped up in fighting for the so-called greater good. There's all this talk about our cause and the big picture, and you have to go. That's what makes us people. It's not really about the greater good, it's about all those little goods that we do every day to each other. And this is that greatest little good of them all. One boy's life. It matters. And I'm sorry.
You don't have to apologize to me, Enu. But thank you.
Just don't die. That's all. Don't die and I'll be fine.
Aw, she still cares. Well, that was nice that she apologized a little bit, because like I said just a moment ago, I was kind of surprised that she was so angry about Kyon going to rescue Bip, because I figured that she would be all for it. Yes, let's go get little Bip. He's helped us out. I care about Bip. Well, she cares about the greater good, but also cares about the little goods
still
as well.
Disappointed in me for killing that. Enu's become. She has such a. Enu's still disappointed.
All right,
in
so
me for
we
killing
already.
That officer, and for the other deaths I've been part of since.
Oh, we can't interact with her anymore. Okay.
She's young and inexperienced.
So I'm wondering where.
She doesn't yet understand war.
Where is Zoe? I mean, this. Where'd she go? Shepard. Let's talk with Shepard a little bit. Books.
There are still enough books here to fill hundreds of long evenings and sleepless nights. I've read a number of them, though many are written in languages I've yet to learn. My favorite stories are travelers' tales, describing journeys across the Northlands, Southlands, and the islands, places I've yet to visit. I also enjoy some of the books about food preparation. The illustrations are often mouth-watering.
I think Kian likes to eat. It's with this dragon's head.
A stone dragon's head. It represents one of the dry kin, I believe. We don't have anything like that in the Zadi legends. Our only celestial being is the goddess. A stone dragon's head.
Okay.
It represents one of the dry kin. Shepard doesn't approve of the violence and the killings. We're often at odds, and I understand why. She's a woman of peace, forced to do war. Murder is not in her heart. Shepard must long for her herd and the northern plains where her people have roamed for centuries. She tells me they've moved on, and that she wants to follow. Shepard doesn't approve of the violence and the killings. We're often at odds, and I understand why. She's a woman of peace, forced to do war.
You've made your case,
Murder
Kian,
is not in her
and I
heart.
cannot argue, even though I still believe the risk isn't worth it.
Yeah, I don't know why the dialogue is so quiet here.
I understand why you're going, but do not expect my benediction. I pray the spirits of our ancestors will watch over you until you return.
Well, thank you.
We need you to win this war.
Liko's over there. Yeah, I thought that, oh, is that... No. I thought that Zoe came in over here. But I'm not seeing her. There's Liko.
Liko has warmed to me in his own inimitable way. He still hates me. He still swears he'll murder me when this war is over. But at least he respects me.
Well, at least we have that.
Liko's an important asset, but his anger and impulsiveness can sometimes put us at risk. He needs someone to hold him back. Liko has warmed to me in his own. Shepard told me the story of the Merum, and how April Ryan visited with them below the ocean. Sounds like a fairy tale, but she swears it's true. From what I've heard, April Ryan traveled across Arcadia and met with many of the magical races in order to recover pieces of a stone disc. Someone should really write that story down. Shepard told me the story of the Merum, and how April Ryan visited with them below the ocean. Sounds like a fairy tale, but she swears it's true.
Let's see what Liko has to say to us.
You're not leaving without me.
You're needed here, Liko.
Those prisoners, they are my people.
Imprisoned by mine. This is almost certainly a suicide mission. If the Resistance loses us both, they stand no chance against the tower.
We can't lose you.
They'll still have you.
I will never be their leader. You have proven yourself. We need you.
To have any chance of defeating Saya and Vermon, we need to show General Harmy what's happening to the Magicals.
Try not to get yourself killed, Kian.
You still plan to kill me after?
Of course.
Well, I wouldn't want to miss that.
Okay. Let's just run around here and see if there's anything else that we can interact with. More books.
I have to admit that I sometimes sneak off with one of the children's books to read stories about magical creatures and made-up lands. They give me joy.
Oh.
There are still enough books here to fill hundreds of long evenings and sleepless nights. I've read a number of them, though many are written in languages I've yet to learn. The symbol of the magical resistance. A dragon, or dry kin as they're called in the mythology of the balance. It's a powerful icon. The symbol of the magical resistance. A dragon, or dry kin as they're called in the mythology of the balance. It's a powerful icon. My favorite stories are travelers' tales, describing journeys across the Northlands, Southlands, and the islands, places I've yet to visit.
Oh, it's gonna...
Beautiful.
Huh.
These murals bring light and color to this dark place.
I'm just gonna run around this room.
Beautiful. These murals bring
I don't want to miss
light and
anything.
color to this dark place.
So he keeps talking about the books, the murals, the banners. Once blind Bob.
The general's keeping this place operational. He's tireless and louder by the day. Must be his hearing. The general's keeping this place operational. He's tireless and louder by the day. Must be his hearing.
So, you're heading off on a little cruise across the sea, are you? I know Shepard has her reservations, but I'm with you on this one, boy. We can try and preserve the status quo here for as long as possible, or we can go and do something foolhardy and dangerous, and maybe win this war. So, get your ass to Kian, save that boy, find the evidence, and come back with your limbs intact. Or at least most of it. And let's end this thing, once and for all.
All right. Thanks for your support, Once Blind Bob. Appreciate that. Pardon me. Okay, so we've made the rounds here. Probably we'll go downstairs to take a boat to Marcuria. So I'm going to go down these side passages here and see if there's anything interesting to see back here. Another mural.
Elgwin. What ridiculous animals. Comfortable to ride on, though.
What ridiculous animals. What a thing to say.
What ridiculous animals.
Oh, that's cool.
Comfortable to ride on, though. I've been told that this is the white of the Kin, the white dragon, an important part of the ancient faith of the Order of the Balance.
Pretty cool.
The symbol of the magical resistance. A dragon, or Kin as they're called in the mythology of the Balance. I also enjoy some of the books about... Most of the books were burned or otherwise damaged. Some were stolen, removed, hidden away. I have to admit that I sometimes sneak off with one of the children's books to read stories about... I know they've been working to recover the lost books, to someday rebuild the grand library of the Sentinel Order.
All right. Nothing back here. Where the heck did Zoe go? Where did she go? This was our room at the beginning of the of chapter 2, I guess.
This used to be a library. It was destroyed by the Tyrant before we drove those beasts out of Mercuria. The Sentinel Order of the Balance built and maintained the Great Library, but they are no more. Most of the priests who survived the Tyrant attack were arrested. The rest fled the city. The Enclave is truly ancient. It's heartbreaking to see the state it's in. Hopefully one day it can be rebuilt to its former glory. There are still enough books here to fill hundreds of long evenings and sleepless nights. I've read a number of them. Though many are written in languages I've yet to learn.
Ooh, Naani.
Naane's been useful to us since she returned from Myria, since I decided to keep her secret. It's never easy to know whether a decision is right or wrong, or what may have happened had I decided otherwise. But she's been useful. I don't regret giving her a chance. She still fears that her deception will be revealed, but I won't be the one to expose her.
You are doing the right thing. Shepard, Shepard carries a great load. It's hard for her to lift her eyes beyond this moment. She's afraid of losing you, Kian. Having you here has given everyone hope.
I trust you will keep that hope alive.
I have not forgotten. I will do my part while you are gone. I owe them this.
You owe me this. I saved your butt.
Useful to us since she returned from Myria, since I decided to keep her secret.
Well,
Shepard, gonna talk to me.
Oh, here we go.
I don't need to be locked up like this. I'm not an Asadi spy. Oh, forget it. It's a long story. What's the point? You don't make the decisions. This is a waste of everyone's time. Just know that every minute I spend here is another minute lost trying to save the world. I mean, no rush, just a friendly FYI.
They locked her in a cell. The hell?
Whenever we bring someone in, they're questioned in there. If they refuse to answer, they're brought downstairs. Not everyone's comfortable with the screams.
Don't like the sound of that.
I believe they've just brought someone in. Another spy, no doubt. There's someone in there being interrogated, but I have no time for that now. Normally I'd join in the questioning, but I don't have the time now. Normally I'd join in the questioning, but I don't have the time now.
So this is not the time for the reunion of Zoe and Kian. So we'll just go down here, where I imagine we'll catch a boat to Marcuria. Ooh, a door. Oh no.
The commons are through there, along with the kitchens and more cells and storage spaces. The Enclave is a big place.
Oh, okay. Seems kind of small to me.
There, along with the kitchens and more cells and storage spaces. The Enclave is a big place. There's no time for that now.
There's no time for that now. We've got to get moving. Well, looks like we're going to be taking a boat ride by ourselves. Let's get in. Travel to Marcuria, and I guess while we're there, we're going to try to find a cloud ship that we can stow away on to get to Kian, where Bip is.